What's up, y'all? It's me. It's your boy, the Business Man. And we are back for another episode of Wednesday Night SmackTalk. And on this week's episode of Wednesday Night SmackTalk, ladies and gentlemen, we have a big, juicy one for you. We got many announcements taking place on the Business Man's episode. And I want to start off first, getting the worst out of the way with a person who lost a couple weeks ago, wanting to say something to everyone, the entire KKPL universe. And I figured, let's get him out of the way, folks, and continue on with our episode, am I right? And I watched the first 30 seconds or so, and it's looking like it might be something you guys actually want to see. So, without any further ado, here he is. You already guessed it. It's Chippy.
Whatever happened at Hell in a Cell happened, and I can't change that. I can't go back in time and change that shit. It's been the same cycle for me for the past 3 years. I lose, I try to rebuild, I lose, I try to rebuild, and there's only so much of that you can do before it starts taking a toll on you. I've been using the mountaintop trope a lot in my recent promos, so let me just say here, to be brutally honest, I finally made it to the top of the mountain, and I fell all the way back down. And it takes a ton of energy, both physically and mentally, to get back up there, and I'm not sure I have it. For the past 3 years, I've been that guy. I've been the guy who, you know, he gets some stuff done here and there, but more or less he's never going to be as good as his peers, and only really is considered good when you consider him, you know, a part of the, you know, stars of the past or whatever, and the one and done people, you know. So I don't want to make this too long, as appropriate as that would be, and I just want to apologize to people. I want to apologize to Mikey. I should have given you more credit for when I won that title, and you had a lot to do with that, and I'm sorry. I'd like to apologize to Brandon. I know he's blacklisted from the league or whatever, but when we had our differences, I should have given you more credit for being one of the best all-time predictors. And I'm sorry. I'd like to apologize to Darcy. You see, I don't agree with whatever happened with TVD or whatever, but the bottom line is I should have given you more credit for being one of the best all-time predictors. You could win a championship match on a whim, like just like that. And I should have given you more credit for being as great as you are. You are one of the best ever. I'm sorry to Alan. I tried carrying on your name in this league, and I was never the right guy to do so. I could never dedicate a match to you because I was never that good enough to know if I would win or not, or have confidence in myself to do so. And even though, like, it doesn't matter if, you know, I cared most or not or whatever. It's just I was never the right guy to do so from a prediction standpoint. I'm sorry. And finally, I'm sorry to KKPL, just in general. Me taking up roster space just denies you of actual talent being in my spot, and I'm sorry. With that in mind, I'd like to officially announce my retirement as an active competitor in the KKPL. I know a lot of you are happy right now, and I don't blame you, but to the person who isn't, thank you for all your years of support. and I'm sorry for not being better. But that's what I would say if I was quitting, weren't I? That's what I would say if I was retiring. But guess what? I am not quitting on you. I am not quitting on the KKPL. I will stay here forever. Dude. I totally got all of you. You're probably all in the chat. It's just like, yeah, he's gone. I'm still gonna be here. Oh, you should have seen it. You should have seen your faces, man. You actually thought I meant most of that? I mean, look, I was reading off of a script the entire time. I had a table right in front of me. Oh, that was good. But don't get me wrong, Hell in a Cell still stuck. I mean, I lost my title on DQ, for Christ's sake. It was not that fun. Not that fun. There is some truths in that. Darcy is the better man. I should have given Mikey more credit and all that fun jazz. But most of that was bullshit, honestly. So what's next for me? It's the question that everybody's asking now because they just realized that I'm not actually retiring. That's the question. I'm thinking Taquito, man. Look, Darcy won his title fair and square, and I'm not gonna get in his way, that sort of thing. He won the title fair and square. But Taquito, you seem to be having the year of your life, and I want to kind of derail that. I want to derail that right in front of everybody's little eyes. They're saying that, oh, you're predictor of the year. You're a dark horse for that sort of thing. And I just find it stupid, honestly. Like, you haven't won the main title. You probably shouldn't be in that conversation anyways. So let's face each other. I want that TV title. If I can't have the main title, then I'll just, destroy TBD from within. That just seems fair to me, honestly. I mean, look, here's the thing. Even if I wanted the championship rematch, I couldn't get it because Mikey's already there in that position. So it only makes sense for me to be in another title match. It's just too perfect, honestly. Taquito, I'm coming after you. You actually think I'd retire? I'm barely 18, dude. I'm not even planning on retiring before 21. I will be here forever. I will amount every single thing in this league if it takes my entire lifetime to do so. And even if I do retire anytime soon, it's going to be on my own terms. I'm not letting Darcy do that to me.
Well, Chippy. You pulled a sneaky on us. On all of us. But don't think you can pull a sneaky on El Taquito Valente. Don't think you can do it, Chippy. You are not gonna be able to defeat him if he accepts. I don't see why he should have to accept, but I know Taquito is a fighting champion, as all of us, and that he, they are. But I don't really see why he should accept it. I guess we'll have to hear his response next week to your call out trying to take out TBD from the inside. You saw how well it worked for PPP, Pizzle. I don't know why you think it worked for you. Now that we got him out of the way, our former champion, let's move on to exciting news. Ladies and gentlemen, Darcy versus Mikey is official. TBD Golden Gods rematch of Kang Mania is official for Money in the Bank. Due to Mikey winning the #1 contendership, and Darcy, of course, reclaiming his title that he never should have lost. Now, last week, Darcy clowned on Sebian Paul, along with yours truly, and also Mikey responded, calling out Darcy, saying he was ready for a fight. Now this week, I don't have anything from either of them. They've taken the week off, of course, to mend their injuries from their fights. Although Darcy didn't have very many, it wasn't a very hard fight for him. I couldn't say the thing about Mikey, I'm not in Mikey's camp. But, next week, we will hear from our champion in a State of the Union address. Or something of the like, I'm not really sure what it's called, but it's something like that. State of the League address. Yeah, our champion Darcy will talk to you all right before Money in the Bank predictions the next week. Now, for even more exciting news. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Money in the Bank is coming up in just a couple weeks. I'm after this week, just 3 more weeks. It's 2 weeks from Sunday, as WWE like to say. And, of course, you know, we have to have our version of the Money in the Bank ladder match. And we've had great Money in the Bank holders in the past, such as Zach and Brandon, a couple epic boys there, and Paul, and a lot of things. Last year, for the first time ever, the Money in the Bank holder didn't win a championship off of it. Unprecedented. This year, we'll see if we can get back on track. And this year, I, the Bidneth man, have your first 3 contestants. That's right, baby. And they are big announcements. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start off with the first one. Right now, take the flow. I'm the first one. Now listen, this is not just the host interjecting himself. I am a tag team champion. I'm a competitor in this league. And I would like to compete for the Money in the Bank briefcase or Discord Raw, whatever it is. I would like to compete for it. So, I have signed up for the match. And while I personally think myself that this was the biggest and best competitor announcement of the night, I understand that the crowd may feel a little different. So, let's move on from me very swiftly. I am in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I am gonna win that motherfucker for TBD. And I'm gonna hold on to it like a nest egg. Like a nest egg, baby. And wait until at some point Darcy somehow gets screwed over again by the Golden God or by Chevy or something like that. And that's when I strike and reclaim the title for the Golden Gods. But yeah, let's move on swiftly from me. You know how I feel. And let's go into our second competitor of the night, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen and non-binaries of the Kang Korporations universe. Last week at the pay-per-view, I lost because of some bullshit rock, paper, scissors that has nothing to do with fucking predictions. And so I had to predict fucking Seth Rollins. No, I had to predict Cesaro instead of Seth Rollins because I wanted to pick Seth Rollins. But Kang's like, oh, no, you're going to have to play rock, paper, scissors, and whoever loses has to change the match. Well, I lost because I'm a fucking predictor, not a rock, paper, scissors. Am I a lesbian? Nevertheless, I lost. So, I don't get to go after that fat man stinky championship. So, I'll go after the Mitby.
So, fresh off his loss in the #1 contenders match at Hell in a Cell, Franco is ready, willing, and able to fight for the Money in the Bank briefcase / Discord role. He's ready, after a slight bump in the road, to reclaim that title that he's never claimed before, so I guess just to claim that title. But yeah, Franco is your second competitor in the Money in the Bank match. We're getting spicy up in here. People that aren't usually in the Money in the Bank matches are in right now. This is unprecedented. And, ladies and gentlemen, it only gets bigger and better from here. I dare you to top this one, Kang. Roll it!
I'm fucking back, and I'm here for Money in the Bank. I'm making my big return. I'm back from the dead. The chip on my shoulder is bigger than ever, and I'm coming for that Money in the Bank, and I'm gonna beat whoever the fucking ever else is in this. I'm gonna be the champion. This is a new me. I'm clean. I found God. I found God. And now, I'm gonna win that. I'm God.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. I have re-signed the BSW into the KKPL, and he is back for Money in the Bank, hoping to get a shot at that gold very soon. I think that one, Kang, next week for you is gonna be pretty hard to beat. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we got me, yours truly, the businessman. The, of course, should be favorite going in. And Franco, the former #1 contender winning the Kang Cup this year. Hopefully trying to win another multi-man kind of thing going on here at Money in the Bank. And then the returning after months away at rehab, being brought back in by a crack seller, Brandon. Eat shit, Kang. I'm the better host. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna take any more of your time up. That is all we have for you tonight. Next week, I will not be here. Kang will be here. And he will have the next 3 competitors in the Money in the Bank match, along with a State of the Union address or league address from Darcy, and El Taquitos' response to Chibi's challenge. And the next week after that, we'll be live from Saturday night. No, just predictions. Live predictions of Money in the Bank. So, I hope you're ready, because the summer of fun is beginning. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and turning on notifications to get notified whenever another one of these comes out of the channel. And for now, for this week's episode, I say goodbye and good night.
THANKYOU, thank you, thank you. THANKYOU.
Thank you, Kang.